You know what's scarier than pumpkin spice lattes? The stuff that happens when you're actually trying to enjoy fall. I'm talking Facebook marketplace nightmares, hiking trails with unwanted followers, and abandoned houses that aren't actually abandoned. Today, we're diving into 3 true fall horror stories that'll make you want to skip straight to winter. Let's get into it. Story number 1. The Facebook Marketplace Trap. So picture this. It's October 1st. You're feeling festive. You want to surprise your boyfriend with some cute fall decorations. Wholesome, right? Wrong. Because our protagonist makes the fatal mistake of thinking Facebook Marketplace is a safe place to find a bargain. She finds a listing, big container, tons of fall decorations, only $20. I mean, that's basically free. The seller's profile? Sketchy as hell. Profile picture is just a trucker hat covering a dude's face. Blurry lake photo for the cover. His name's Cody, and he's selling random stuff. An iPhone, women's clothing, Christmas decorations. Major clearing out a house vibes, or something worse. But hey, $20 is $20, right? She messages him. He responds instantly. First red flag. And they arrange to meet at 9 p.m. Second red flag. She's smart enough to bring her friend Sally, so at least someone's thinking clearly here. They arrive at the house. No cars in the driveway. Dim lights. Closed blinds. Then Cody messages, "When you get here, you can come right in." I'm sorry, what? Both girls are like, absolutely not. But then they see the blinds shift. Someone's watching them. The door opens, but here's the thing. When they call out to Cody, no one answers. They're literally about to bail when this dude finally shows himself, peeking half his body around the door like some kind of horror movie villain, and waves them inside. Now, if you think that's creepy, just wait until you hear what they found inside that house. Because it definitely wasn't full decorations. They walk in, keeping the front door wide open, smart move, and immediately get hit with this smell. Old cotton mixed with something wrong. They hear heavy footsteps running away. Then this freakishly deep voice saying, "It's over in here, come here." The living room, depressing pink-red carpet, ancient furniture, and a smell that can only be described as death. And there's a container, but not the green one from the Facebook ad. This one's red with a green lid, different shape, different color. Everything about this is wrong. He tells her to open it. She says, "You open it." And this dude says, "Well, you're no fun." That's when they nope out of there. The second he opens that container and another wave of putrid smell hits them, they're gone. They never saw what was inside, and honestly, they're probably better off not knowing. Plot twist. The next day, the boyfriend goes to check out the house. An elderly woman answers, claims she lives there alone. But the Facebook messages, the address, everything checks out. The property records show a woman in her late 60s as the owner. So who was Cody? What was in that container? And why was he in someone else's house? All right, so that story kept me up at night. But this next one, this one's going to make you believe in things you really, really don't want to believe in. Story number 2, The Woman on the Trail. It's 2019, Asheville, North Carolina. Our storyteller is 22, living alone for the first time, and decides to go hiking at DuPont State Forest on a random Wednesday in October. Perfect day for it. Cloudy, post-rain, leaves changing colors. The waterfalls are going to be epic. She's got the whole trail to herself, or so she thinks. At Triple Falls, fun fact, Hunger Games was filmed there. She's taking photos when she notices a woman, around 55, greyish blonde hair, just staring at her. She waves politely. The woman turns and slowly walks away. Weird, but whatever. She continues hiking to High Falls, takes more photos, sits down, and there's the woman again, just staring. Now it's creepy. Our hiker pretends to be on her phone, looks up 10 seconds later. Woman's gone. Third time, covered bridge, taking scenic shots, drinking water, and suddenly the woman is behind her. Didn't hear her approach, didn't see her walk up, just there, staring. At this point, our hiker walks towards her and says, "Excuse me," and this 55-year-old woman books it, like unnaturally fast for her age. She's gone in seconds. Okay, so a weird lady following you on a hiking trail? Creepy. But it gets so much worse when she shows up somewhere she absolutely shouldn't be. That night, our hiker goes to bed. She's a heavy sleeper, never wakes up in the middle of the night. But tonight, she wakes up in the dark, and there's a figure at the foot of her bed. She starts screaming, scrambling backward against the headboard, and the figure just turns and walks out. She searches the entire apartment with a knife, every light on, every closet, under every bed. No one's there. She calls her dad, who says she probably hallucinated it in her half-asleep state. The brain conjured up a familiar image from the day. The trail woman. Makes sense, right? 2 days later, she gets the news. Her aunt in Germany died. An aunt she'd never met, who'd been estranged from the family for 25 years. When her mum comes back from the funeral with a prayer card, the aunt's face is identical to the woman from the trail and the figure at her bed. She told her dad about the hallucination before they got news of the death. Her whole family was shaken. Even if you're not religious, even if you don't believe in the supernatural, how do you explain that? So we've had creepy marketplace sellers and literal ghost encounters, but nothing, and I mean nothing, beats the pure stupidity of this final story. Because sometimes the scariest thing is our own decision-making. Story number 3. The Basement Dweller. Brunswick, Georgia. 2 21-year-old roommates, our storyteller and his friend Carlos, decide it would be fun to break into an abandoned house on a Friday night in mid-October. Because what could go wrong? They grab baseball bats, fast food, and beers, because apparently they thought they'd have a little party in there. Stuff everything in backpacks and head to this creepy old house that looks like it's from a different century. They park down the road, walk to the house in the dark, and find the back door unlocked. Not boarded up, windows not smashed, just unlocked. Red flag number 47. But do they leave? Of course not. Inside, it's a cramped maze of small rooms, filled with ancient furniture. Everything looks abandoned in a hurry. They split up because horror movie logic, and our storyteller finds himself in a tiny corridor with doors to bedrooms and a bathroom. Then he opens the final door, stairs leading down to a basement. He starts descending, and halfway down, he notices a faint glow. He turns off his flashlight. The glow is still there. Does he turn around? No, he keeps going. And what he finds in that basement? Let's just say this abandoned house had a very active tenant. At the bottom of the stairs, 2 tall candles on a table, barely lighting the room, and next to them, a rocking chair. Rocking. Someone's sitting in it, facing away from the stairs. He can see their hand on the armrest. Time to leave. N-O-W. He creeps back up the stairs, every squeak making him cringe. Halfway up, he looks back. The glow is still there. Almost at the top, one stair creaks loud. He freezes, finally makes it up, turns to close the door. And the basement is pitch black. The candles are out. He finds Carlos upstairs, who isn't responding to his quiet calls. Finally tells him, there's someone in the basement. We need to leave. They head for the back door, but when they pass that basement corridor, there's a silhouette of a man standing in front of the door. They run, make it to the car in 30 seconds flat, and get the hell out of there. Someone was squatting in that basement, living there, and they almost got caught. So there you have it. 3 true fall horror stories that prove autumn isn't all pumpkin patches and cozy sweaters. Sometimes it's mysterious containers, ghostly aunts, and basement dwellers who really don't want visitors. If you've got your own creepy fall stories, drop them in the comments below. I want to hear them. And if this video kept you entertained, hit that like button and subscribe for more horror content. Trust me, we're just getting started. Stay safe out there, especially if you're shopping on Facebook Marketplace. And whatever you do, if an abandoned house has candles burning in the basement, it's not abandoned. I'll catch you in the next one.